nice. GN125 is one of those bikes you just have to respect people up on them because you know that they've seen some shit. Good job. Man, I am not a fan of this concrete slab fucking road construction arrangement thing that they do on random roads. I've seen a lot of it in like random housing estates where, you know, yeah, sure, you get whatever road you want down, but this is a big old road and it's concrete slab, and it can't be terribly good for the old grip, and I don't like riding on it for some reason. And lots of obstacles and shit like that. And somebody asked me the other day an interesting question, which is, now that I've been mostly in city and suburbs, do I prefer it to riding out the country, or do I think it's more or less safe? And I did my fair share of city riding with my old commute, but here it's all of it. And there's pros and cons. My old commute, for those just getting onto the channel, was a bit of everything actually. It was, you know, small country roads, it was motorway, it was the jeweler coming in, and then the actual city centre. So it was a baptism of fire when I started going, but it was also really stood to me skills wise to have a bit of variation. But overall, I think I prefer city riding. There's a lot more in terms of obstacles and weirdness and badness that can catch you out. You know, you have to be on your toes an awful lot more. But on the other hand, the speeds are a lot lower, and you know, you add in speed to any kind of accident you have, and it's automatically above a certain speed, you're fucked regardless of whose fault it was, what happened, how severe it was. You're just fucked. So bad things about riding in the city as opposed to the country is the roads are in absolute shit. Now I know there's a fair share of potholes outside and whatever, and they'll fuck you up bad if you don't know where they are, but generally there's going to be uninterrupted tarmac for a lot of what you're doing out in the country. In the city there's constant do that to you, which in fairness I do to other people a lot, but that's me. The quality of driving in general, having, you know, driven in the car and on the bike inside and outside the city for many years, is generally better out in the country. You know, you get people who are in control of the car and not doing mad shit, whereas I've ridden and driven in the city for a long time and I have seen some shit, let me tell you. You know, a lad pissing up your inside in a bus lane is the least of my worries. The thing I will also say for city riding is, if there's an obstacle, if there's something bad, you know, on the road, generally you're going to know about it because just through sheer volumes, there's somebody's been through it already. Whereas you're out in the country and somebody dumps a half ton of shit along the road and it's going to fuck you up when you come around that corner. You might be the first person to come around that corner. There, he did it again, good job. And you're whatever the fuck that is. One thing I also prefer about riding in town is, even though there's more sort of obstacles, road furniture, etc., you're a lot less likely to run into a situation where you come around a twisty road corner and then realise a second before you're fucked that you're fucked by seeing the, you know, tree across the road, or you know, half a ton of shit dropped on the road from the back of a trailer, or the trailer itself, that you're about to fucking slam into because people are spas. And on the other hand, you might say it's a bit more crack to be out on country roads. I mean, forget about motorway. If your commute is mostly motorway, you might as well drive a fucking car. Jesus, dog. You might as well drive a car. So out on country roads, yes, it is more crack, but you know, I'm not here to have crack. I'm here to get home or get to work. Crack can be for when you're out having a ride around for the crack, and so I'll take a very boring commute, thanks very much. I'm in no humour to get killed on the way home or to or from work just because it's a bit more crack, law of averages, you know. What the fuck are you doing? You fucking clown. Let me let you in on one of my pet peeves in the car and on the bike is idiots like that trying to let people out onto a major road that they're on in fucking Range Rovers, no less. Range Rover Evoque, a shit Range Rover. Anyway, that's my pet peeve. The grumpiness for today is people who stop on a major road to let people pull out. It is the most dangerous fucking thing you can do, because as you saw there, your man didn't know if he was supposed to pull out, and then the people behind the person on the major road started getting all fucking antsy and maybe overtaking and crashing into the guy coming out. And it's just fucking nonsense. Like, take the right of way if you have the right of way, and don't be doing unexpected things. And another thing I enjoy about city riding is street lights. There were places on my old commute between towns outside the city where they just gave up on, you know, road lighting, and you were kind of on your own. Now, this bike and the GS were good, but if you're stuck with a bike with shitty lights, then you're kind of stuck. So on balance, I'll say comparing the city-only commute to the full brace of you know, country road and twisties and motorway and city. The city-only commute is an awful lot less crack, but as commutes go, that's probably not a bad thing. You want to reduce your general amount of risk, since if you're in this for the long haul, you kind of do want the commute to be a little bit boring, to keep you on your toes as city riding does, but also to reliably get you there for the coming years and decades. And so overall, I think I'm doing a little better than I used to in terms of longevity. Of course, this longevity is now cancelled out by living close to a whole heap of chippers. It's not good, lads. It's not good for me.